here it is. If we do have to be put to death, so to speak, the Lord said we're going to rise first.
That's it.
So let that be your motivation. If you do have to get under that guillotine, you know, you do have to be persecuted and receive, so to speak, death. Let that be your motivation. Mm-hmm. All right? That you're going to rise first on that chariot, man. And have the honor like Yahweh Shah did. Come on, man. No time to be weak. We got to build ourselves up, man. The Lord is making us soldiers, man. This is a spiritual war. Mm-hmm. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
All right, this is Isaiah 34.
That was it on there, brother?
Oh, sorry.
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 17. Then which are alive and remain shall be called up together with them in the clouds.
Yeah, then they which are alive should be caught up together with them in the clouds. How? How we gonna be beamed up, man?
Yeah, what they got to do? Beam up Scotty?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see the Foot Locker commercial, the Weekend Greatness. You know, the Infamite, the Puerto Rican said what? The leg. Why he was getting beamed up, man.
That's so split up, bro.
You know, and they put it in a movie. What's the other movie? It's a comedy movie.
This is the end.
This is the end.
Oh, yeah,
you know? Yeah. But that movie is a fucking joke.
Yeah. Right?
But that's it. Those that remain and still alive, you still here on earth. Because the Lord said what? He should deliver thee in six trouble. Yeah, and seven should no evil touch thee, man. Right. Because once the seventh trumpet gets sound, it's over with, man. Right. That's the final plan. Right, bro. The destruction, man. So once the milk is coming down, you still living, you know, you still here on earth, you're going to be beaming up. At the same damn time, right? Like preacher say, man.
At the same damn time, yeah. Hey, but that bang up was Messiah 5 and 3. Yep. He said the righteous shall scarcely be saved.
Yeah, it's gonna be scared. Like you riding a roller coaster, you scared, but hey, you safe though.
Like you can see the motherfuckers coming, and all of a sudden, you know,
hey, you gonna be scared. You gonna be scared. It said the righteous is scarcely be saved. So there was scarcely in the Greek and Malis, which is about what? About much work.
Yep.
By much work, man. So what? Give diligence to make a call and election sure, man. You know? Because even the Lord said there be some of you that should not taste the devil until you see the Son of Man coming.
That's it.
So some of us not going to die. Esau not going to put all of us to death. Right. Yeah. Because why? It's standing going to be living, man. So to hell with Esau and his technology, man.
Right, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he said the gates of hell should not prevail. So we understand Esau not. But that's why I say you got to put on the whole armor. And the shield that you need is what? The shield of faith.
That's right.
You know, faith is gonna lead us to salvation. Just by you believing and trusting in the words of Yahweh Shema Shah.
Yeah.
You got it out.
Finish that Maya.
It said, and so shall we ever be with the Lord, wherefore comfort one another with these words.
Right, so be faithful to death. That's the comfort right there, man. Yep. That we're gonna be with the Lord, man.
Right.
You know, Lord willing, we endure. Endure what? Dragon trouble, the hour of temptation.
There you go, the hour of temptation.
You know, anything that come our ways, we gotta endure it, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Because you best believe Esau and his technology, hey, he got some shit gonna scare you.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing about how we be watching these movies, you know, the action movies, and these people be getting killed, but we take it as a no-brainer. Because we know it's a movie, but actually put yourself in them shoes. They get tortured. What's that, Saw 1, Saw 2? You see how the people get tortured? Yep. What's that other little movie? They playing them little games and shit?
Hostile.
Yeah, Swing Game. They put you in there and you got to play them games. Just think about it. You put in there, actually you put in that position. You know? Here it is. You're going to have to continue and keep the faith. Through all that. Whatever the Lord put you through, you're still going to have to believe that He's going to bring you out of that situation.
Right.
He's still dealing with you. As long as you don't denounce His name. Because that's the main focus of Esau, getting you to denounce the name of Yahweh Shema Shah. Taking that Quran, making Him your Lord. Making Him your God.
Right.
You know? So we can't break from that. But guess what? Best believe He got some shit that'll make you think. You know?
Right.
Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
Yep.
this that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Verse 2, wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat.
Go ahead.
Verse 3, I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me.
Yep.
For I would tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury,
Right.
and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will slain all my raiment.
Right.
Verse 4, for the day of the Lord's vengeance is in my heart,
Right.
and the year of my recompense is redeemed is come.
Right, see that? The year of his redeemed is come to what? To buy us back. You see that? You got something up? No. Alright, grab Isaiah 6:15. And then we're gonna get into go back to Isaiah 19.
God, this is Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 15. And it reads, for behold, the Lord, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Go ahead, we like
You want me to run it back? Yeah, run it back. This is Isaiah chapter 66
Isaiah 34.
and verse 15. For behold, the Lord, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
So that's how he getting down. You know? And that's a scary thing to see the Lord upset. You know, Israel had to figure that out the hard way. And that's how he did with make thunders and lightning. You know, that's how he spoke to him. And like, shit, most you talk to him. Because imagine what the Lord coming with now. You know? As he show his power and his judgment upon the earth. Go ahead.
Yep, and it says in verse 16, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with our flesh.
And that's what he gonna do. That's how he gonna plead with our flesh, man. And he coming with what? With the thousands of heavens, man, the angels. They shoot the laser beams. That's why it's written in the Sirach, he said, who shall be uttered, be the powder in his presence. You know? Go ahead.
Yep, and it says in Isaiah 66 and verse 16, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with our flesh,
Right.
and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
It's gonna be many. And we understand, just according to Israel, 6 to 6.6% of Israel gonna be destroyed, man. They know that's 2/3 of our people when you go to Zechariah 13 and 8. Alright? But we're gonna speak on Babylon the Great, the so-called white man destruction. So we're gonna go into Isaiah the 34th chapter, start at 1.
This is Isaiah.
See, the white man can't get away. You know, as he trying to portray himself in the media and put the blame and the look on Jake. Look what Jake doing. See the Jake down there, nothing about here in the forefront, him and did it.
That nigga.
Yeah, he trying to hide. You know, Esau trying to hide his sins.
You know what he said?
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what he said? He said, I ain't gonna repent for something that I ain't do. Nigga, we know what
But
the
you know
fuck
you did it. Wait, that's a smart. That's an Edomite tactic.
Yeah.
That's a woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A woman say that shit. No, they did it like a hoe. But here it is. I'm not gonna commit something. You know you did it. Y'all all get down. Y'all nasty.
Right.
You know? Y'all all get down like that.
You can't get that money if you don't do it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. You know you got that bread. You hear me? And he know what he had to do to get that bread.
Yeah.
But to the masses, he ain't do it. Why? Because he confessed that. You know? But nigga, we understand. We not ignorant to your devices. Esau told him what to say. Cause you know Esau crafty. This is what make people believe. You tell them like this. Don't say it like this. Say it like this. But why? Because we were trained to do that shit. They did at the school, elementary, daycare, you know, middle school, high school. We were taught in a formula how to think, how to act, read, write, everything. So if we say it a certain way, it's believable. You know, nigga. But we not ignorant to that. Go ahead. The Isaiah 34.
This is
That's
Isaiah.
it on that though, right?
Come on, 63.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
All right, yeah, get that Isaiah 34 and start at 1.
This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that therein, the world, all the things that come forth of it.
Everything. Go ahead.
For the indignation of the Lord
Now,
is
the indignation. You know, you hear that a lot. Indignation. You go to that word indignation means righteous anger. So we're speaking of the righteous anger of the Lord because the Lord is justified, all right, in bringing the hammer down upon Babylon, the wickedness of this world, 2/3 of our people. Because here it is, they say they love God, they love Jesus, but they don't keep no sayings in the scriptures. They living on their own and living by their own. But the Lord said, lean into every word of what? Of the scriptures. Not to your own understanding. Just because how you feel don't mean the Lord is okay with that. You know, the Lord got the do's and the don'ts. You don't have the do's and the don'ts. Go ahead, Doc.
for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations.
Right, it's upon all nations, not just Israel. It's upon all nations. All right, you so-called Africans, Arab, going into that triangle effect to really put his ass in captivity. You know what I'm saying? Esau, Ishmael, and Ham. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord angers upon them too. Moab, the Lord gonna slap the shit out of Moab. You know what I'm saying? They not exempt either.
They in Psalms 83.
Yeah, they not exempt either. So the Lord got he gonna smash. You know, Memphis turn. He gonna smash on his enemies, man. Go ahead, Doc. Yeah, go ahead, YG.
No, I was gonna say because Ishmael is the one that built the boat.
Yeah, he said, speak louder too.
Ishmael is the one that built the boats, and then right. Ishmael is the one that built the boats. Amalek funded them, and then Ham was the one that sold us into captivity.
Yeah.
Which this is
Makes sense.
Yeah, Ham selling us into captivity proves that we can't be Hamites. We can't be so-called Africans because they sold another nation into captivity.
But you know how they push that into school, and then you have a certain argument with Jake on the street. But Africans sold Africans.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They want to use that term. But y'all sold yourself. Nah, nigga, in the scriptures, the Most High said he put a difference between Egyptians and Israel.
Yeah. But even then, because you could even have a slave in the law. You could have a slave that was your brother, but there was a certain way that you dealt with him.
Yeah.
According to the law.
Yeah, you didn't beat him.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't beat him, and
Yeah,
you
he
know,
just worked for you.
You didn't make his life,
Miserable.
worse. Yeah, miserable. You know, you made sure he was prosperous. He was your employee. That was it.
Yeah.
You know how people say when they
Right there, work his dead out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know when you have an employee, he's your brother, he'll say, yeah, my brother worked for me. When he worked for me, I pay him. That's literally what it is.
Jake enslaved it too though. Jake wicked.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then because when you try to bring that up, like I said, when Jake tried to bring that part up, well, everybody so like your brother just mentioned, Jake is wicked. You know, yeah, Jake is wicked. You know, so you know you can't take certain wicked Israelites and they sold their people in the captivity. You can't use that as a stipulation for the whole nation. Nah, them niggas just wicked. Man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Bros got it.
Yeah, because slavery was never really a bad thing. It's just Esau, Edom came into play and fucked the whole rotation up with it. All right, so now when people think of slavery, they automatically think of the white man and how he ran it. Nah, because when we have these devils in subjection, okay, we're gonna handle them accordingly. We're not gonna be butt breaking and doing things that he did in wickedness. We're gonna handle it in righteousness. You know, it's a righteous way to control somebody. Yeah. Okay.
Who was reading?
It's me.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is back in this Isaiah chapter 2. This is back in Isaiah chapter 34, verse 2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations.
Hey,
And his fury upon all their armies. He have utterly destroyed them, and he have delivered them to the slaughter.
Yeah, so like the brother was saying, man, the indignation of the Lord, the righteous anger of the Lord is upon all nations. All right, it's not just selected to the nation of Israel. No, all the nations, all right, are getting ready.
They're going to feel around for the Lord.
Yeah, to feel around for the Lord, man. Yeah. Go ahead.
Got these goops coming by now.
Yeah, I just told you called it.
Yep.
See how the Lord did it? Like, I know the Lord going to step out Moab.
Moab is listed in Psalms 83 because they take part of the benefits,
Yeah, right,
you know what I'm saying, of the downfall of the nation of Israel.
See, where our phones come from?
Yeah,
China.
exactly. Made in China. Yeah, turn right here.
Huh?
Park right there.
Nah, tell park right here. You know what I'm saying? Because we all parked on this one script right here. Go ahead, that's like.
Go ahead.
There's,
I got you. Go ahead.
their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up of their carcasses, and their mountains shall be melt with their blood. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved.
All the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved. But when it's speaking about that heaven right there, it's speaking about what? Esau.
Yep.
All right, because it's the only place that's going to be desolate.
Yep.
Because remember, heaven means what? A condition,
Yep.
a rulership. And we understand we're the so-called white man heaven. So when it speaks about that, all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, it's speaking about the so-called white man. Because the hosts go back to what? Armory. You know? Go ahead, Doc.
And the heavens shall be, and their heavens shall be rolled together as the
So
scroll.
what's going to cause the heavens to be rolled together as a scroll? The missiles. As you can look at this FedEx form, you know, as the missiles drop, they're going to look like that. But then, once the radiation hit, they're going to come together in like a mushroom cloud. Then they're going to flush back through, and then they're going to sweep like the best of my discretion. That's when they're going to spread. It's going to spread. You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead, Doc.
It said, and all the hosts shall fall down.
You see that? All the hosts meaning all his armory. Because when you go into, I had spoken earlier, 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. Matter of fact, right there. 2nd Ezra, 13th chapter. Because it's spoken of, it said all the hosts of the heavens shall fall, right? Go ahead.
Yep. 2nd Ezra 13.
A little louder, Doc.
2nd Ezra 13.
Start at one, Doc.
Come. 2nd Ezra 13, verse 1. It says, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night.
Right.
And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof.
There you go.
And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
Did I, is not that backing up Revelation 1? Is that not backing up Revelation 1 and 7? Go ahead.
Yep. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
See that? Because every eye shall see him. But it said everything trembled. You hear me? Woo! Go ahead.
And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burnt that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire.
Go ahead.
And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men.
A multitude of men. Let's see what that's speaking about, a multitude of men. Go ahead.
Out of number.
Out of who?
Out of number. From the four winds of the heaven.
That's why when we read in Isaiah 34, he said, come ye all ye nations. All around about. So all these nations speaking about China, Japan, you know, you name it, North Korea, South Korea, you know, Iran, Iraq, you know, all these nations. NATO, the EU. All right, go ahead.
From the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Woo! Who is that man came out of the sea? Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
And that sea just represent the atmosphere.
So like it. When I read that, the sign about Yahweh Shai, you know, that moves.
Yep.
As soon as we was talking about the man that came out of the sea, that sign moved.
So that's that man.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Cause he coming to what? He coming to crack them clouds, man.
Exactly.
I know was speaking on. All right. I know you brought that Acts 1. You know, and you said why gaze at him, because the same way he ascended, he gonna descend the same way.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep. Verse 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it.
What is that mountain? The chariot. Go ahead.
But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven.
Yeah.
And I could not.
You could not. Go ahead.
Yep. And after this
Hey, look, that's how you know Revelation 1:7 is facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it said every eye shall see him.
Yeah.
So if he could see where the motherfucker
The
started
end-
or
the
ended
end,
there, it comes from the whole earth.
That means everybody's gonna see it. Yep.
From Memphis to Alaska. You know what I'm talking about? From Detroit to Canada. It's going to show. Everyone gonna see the Lord, man. Everyone gonna see that chariot, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, gonna show shit out, man. Right. Yeah. Niggas don't know. You know what I'm saying? Ugly ass nigga.
But,
Go ahead, dog.
yep. I'm gonna read this again. But I would have seen a region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid.
Oh, now go back to that precept. We'll read on 34. Yeah. Grab the precept again. We're gonna come right back to that, John. Yeah, go ahead.
Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein.
Yeah.
The world and all things that come forth of it.
Go ahead.
For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations.
It's upon what?
All nations.
All nations. Go ahead.
And his fury upon all their armies.
Right. So we're gonna Joel the second chapter. It's explicit about that, right? Go ahead.
This
Keep
says,
going.
and his fury upon all their armies.
And his spirit upon all their armies. Go ahead.
He have utterly destroyed them.
Hey, he already said that. He said, I utterly destroyed them. So he declined the end from the beginning. Let you know it's already a done deal. You know? Go ahead.
It says, he had delivered them to the slaughter.
You all right?
It's verse 30, Isaiah 34:3.
Yep.
Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and their mountains shall be melted with blood, their blood.
Yep.
And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts